about the jeans and the t-shirt and the clothing, because we have a big game here. Guys, tell me, George, I'll start with you. Would you prefer smaller breaks, longer breaks, get straight to the action? Because you did get a little bit of a break before this game.
Yeah, this was a great break. 30, 45 minutes. Sat in the players' lounge, had a couple of waters, and feeling good to go.
How about you? Longer, shorter breaks. What works for you?
I feel like it was the right amount of time to break. There's no like too long, too short, just the right amount, like Goldilocks.
Like Goldilocks, I love it. Guys, you guys have, oh, she didn't get that joke at all. All right, no problem. Do you guys have a set strategy? I've been asking everyone who's been playing each other, have you guys played each other before?
I've actually never played these two, never even seen them play before, except for about 10 minutes ago. They're great players, so I think we're just going to stick to our plan and hope it works.
How do you prefer a game where you've never seen the opponent play?
It's going to start out with kind of just playing my own game and kind of seeing what they do, how they react to certain things, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And I know you don't like talking much before the game, so I'll keep it short. How long does it take you to get in the zone before the game? Because everyone comes out hyped, you come out with a certain demeanor. Is that just who you are as a person and an athlete?
Yeah, I think I like to work into the match. I think I kind of feel out, you know, what kind of shots we're hitting. If we're hitting big winners, obviously I'll rip some commands, but other than that, yeah, pretty calm, I think.
And quick warning, guys, as this tournament is progressing, the crowd behind, the kids are getting excited, so let's give them something to cheer about as they wave back. I'm out, and the game begins.
So we have 3 Australians and 1 American now on court. The youngest, the 19-year-old Australian Emilia Schmidt, loves her singles, but today she has to battle it out in the mixed doubles.
And then the
alongside
third
her,
game,
the
if you
American
get there,
Casey
it's a win by
Diamond
2.
and the Aussie duo.
Right? Your lines. Call your lines out, sideline, baseline, centerline with a hand signal or a verbal out, so that I understand it's out. You can challenge your opponent's out calls if you disagree with it. If I see it clearly, I will rule on it. If I do not, the call will stand. However, you have the option of challenging via video, and you have 3 of those, 3 video challenges per match. Okay? So use them judiciously. You got 2 1-minute timeouts and 2 minutes between games. Any questions? Sure. All right. Look at your paddles and turn over. Oh, let me see that proton. Okay. All right, we've got a coin toss there to determine where you're going to play. Let's see, where is the coin? Did someone take my coin? Here it is. All right, so this is heads. Heads. Tails. 10 tails, okay? Tails.
I like it.
I said that for you.
Let's see it.
Tails it is.
We're going to receive.
You will send, do you want?
Yes, please.
Yes, send. Okay, guys, 3 minutes to warm up.
Thank you.
The ball's in there.
All right then, a 3-minute warm-up session underway. The 19-year-old on your screen there. She's looking for a spot in the final tomorrow. Thrives on the singles contest, but wants to now make the most of the doubles, having lost in the singles. Danni Townsend coming in all the way from Australia. On the left there, both the Australians were helping each other out in this warm-up session. And in the white outfit towards the left now, you see the only American on court, Casey Diamond. The style quotient on point from that man. Certainly a fashion statement from the Aussies.
They actually have different t-shirts that they enter to and then different clothes that they wear during the game. Clearly, there's some thought put into the fashion. Always feel good when you look good. Well, at least they seem to think so.
So the style of play you often see from Emilia is a lot of drives, a lot of aggression. She loves to charge in from the baseline, from the transition zone. The light blue is where the transition zone exists, and the darker shade of the blue where you see these two athletes standing right now, close to it, is called the kitchen. You can't step into it like how you saw Casey Diamond there. He stepped in. He's on the kitchen line, but that's okay because this is just a warm-up session. Should that be actual live play during the match, it'll immediately end up causing him lose the point. It's definitely going to be a slight bit of an advantage for the Aussie pairing of Danni Townsend and George Hall, given that they've got accustomed to this court now. They've just played about 45 minutes back. Like Danni pointed out, she likes that 30-45 minute break. It just keeps her perfectly warmed up, in rhythm, in sync for this. On the other hand, Emilia and Casey have played on another court. The surface different from this one in their quarterfinal. So that might be a bit of a tall task for them to quickly adjust to this particular carpet surface.
And if you notice, Sarthak, even this center court has been recarpeted a bit. You see there were little spots of light blue at the corner that have been they've completely vanished today. So a little bit of work done here on center court as well. Not quite sure how that will affect the trajectory of the ball, the change in bounce. But again, all four of these athletes seasoned in the game of pickleball, so they will be ready and equipped to handle any of that.
The last time, which was about 45 minutes back, you saw the Aussies on this court. They both had their fancy caps on, Danni and George. And so did Pekau. The only one missing with the cap was Roman. But this time, all four with their wonderful caps. It just helps.
All right.
It's just how you see a lot of tennis players, pickleball players operate. Whether the sun is out or not, it's just sort of feels like it's part of your body. That cap keeps the hair in check as well, with all the sweat, with all the hair coming on your face. Sometimes the cap just keeps it in place.
Well, whether the sun is out, not out, the one person who's been there
All right,
steady
ladies and gentlemen,
is our chief
you ready
referee,
to play?
Byron. Sun, no sun, standing like a pillar, standing like a rock. But right now, we're going to move on to live action very soon,
Game
as
one.
the Aussies will start
Timing
with the serve.
0-0-2. Point. One 0-2. Point.
See how Casey Diamond there takes his time, doesn't allow himself to
2-0-2.
walk into that kitchen.
Point. Three 0-2.
2-point cushion here. Make that 3 in fact.
Side out.
Finally, a side out. Serves broken. Now is where Emilia would want to capitalize. You can only win points on your own serve. Can she get a few? Can she level it here?
Point.
Gets one.
1-3-1.
Most sports, a strong start matters. In this one, of course, it does as well, but very easy to turn around because it's just moments, little lapse in concentration that can completely change the tide of the game. And we've seen that time and time again. Point, says Chief Referee Byron, and that's what it is. 2-3-2.
Point.
Just like I said, a strong start does not matter. The deficit now nullified. 3-piece.
Side out. Three, 1.
You will see a change in that scoreline. It is 3-3 indeed.
Point.
Now make that 4-3.
4-3-1.
As Chief Referee Byron says, 4-3-1. The 1 in the end indicates the first server. Once it's 4-3-2 or anything 2, it's the second server.
Right between George's feet. Beautifully placed shot, as you see there. Oh, he won't like that. It's called nutmeg in football.
Side out.
So serves broken. You see that fancy footwork. Attempting an Ernie
3-4-1.
in style. Now he's got an opportunity on his own serve to level it. Casey Diamond.
Point.
Disappointed with that one. The reaction. Quite
4-1.
expressive, both these Aussies. George Wall, Danni Townsend.
George swatting at everything. And finally swats well enough.
Four, 4-2.
Let's go, Danny.
Side out. Four, 4-1.
Yeah!
Point. Five, 4-1.
One of the few games that have been very neck and neck today. A lot of the games have gone very one-sided, as we saw last game as well. Last match, the first game was game 1. Luckily, this one, for the sake of the audience and all the kids watching, 6-4.
15 seconds. Serving team, 1 timeout remaining. Serving team 2, time in, 6-4-1. Point.
There we go. You can see the Aussies pumped. They do have the lead here. This, remember, is game 1. Danni and George, the Aussie pairing.
Okay, let's go, guys. Seven, 4-1. Second server. Seven, 4-2. Right out.
Right, game nicely poised here at 4-7. The time is now for Emilia.
7-1.
Ooh, just in there, just in, I reckon.
7.
Byron agrees. Just a little bit of creepy crawly entering George's eye. The man does have one of the strongest mustaches in the world of sport. And I think one of the insects must have thought it could be a nice place to burrow in.
4-7-2.
He seems to be all right, he's a big boy. And it's a party in the kitchen again. As you can see, Casey checking his leg to see if he was over the line, which he wasn't, and right into Danni, who had no reply. Sliced it. Actually, not even a slice, she didn't have an option there. Slid off her paddle there.
Side out.
Happy days for the Aussies right now. Firmly in the driving seat in game 1. And there we go, hearing some screaming. And it's all happy screams.
8-5-1.
Oh, as you see,
Point.
George almost running into the com box. He looks so excited for that shot. Almost right into the chief referee there.
Timeout receiving teams, 9-5-1.
Timeout there. And just like that, we see the Aussies having the best time ever, and you can see the kids enjoying them. For them, it's truly a treat because they enjoy sports, even though this is a new sport, mind you. They've been super intrigued, a lot of them walking past, giving high fives to the players, all these lovely athletes who've come from all over the world. In fact, in the last 5 to 10 minutes, we've seen Indians, Australians, Kiwis, Taiwanese, and that's just at the top of my head, and I have a horrible memory. But just an absolute treat to the eyes to watch all of these athletes take center court here at DLTA in New Delhi as we're close to live action again.
Time in, 9-5.
George with the ball in his hand, serves. Loops it rather nicely, and just check with Byron if that went outside.
9-5-2.
Danni with the serve.
Side out.
Just saw jump on that leg a little bit. Wonder, it's just her warming up. I thought it was a bit of an injury. Shaking her head, getting that blood flowing. You see a lot of athletes do that when they seem that they're cooling down, need a little rush of energy.
Second serve.
Emilia there, not too happy with herself. Sets high standards for herself there, so she
5-9-2.
definitely won't be pleased with that performance, with that shot rather. Performance far from over. This game has really got me off my seat, as you could see when I was on camera as well. We do have seats here, it's just that Sarthak and I don't like to use them, especially when the game gets this close.
8 points are there. 6.
The kids getting right into this game.
6-9-2.
Really enjoying themselves, have come here in relatively large numbers compared to the first few days, and hopefully tomorrow will be even bigger. You can see behind the dignitaries having such a good time. As you can see there on the screen, the dignitaries obviously here to represent, but the kids behind having such a good time. You can see them eating their snackables, well fed and well excited as well. Out of bounds there. Casey has made a bit of an error there. Won't be too happy, especially
10-6-1.
when it's game point.
Second server.
Thwarted. And Danni, unfortunately,
10-6-2.
couldn't dispatch it.
Side out.
Still in the game, winning the serve back. Emilia
6-10-1.
Schmidt, now or never.
Point. 7-10-1.
7-10-1. Well
Second
done,
serve.
George. Well done, George.
So, Danny.
7-10-2.
Casey there with ball in hand. Deficit of 3 points.
Side out.
Hits the net, and that's not good. Never is. Now we have
10-7-1.
with game point.
Second server.
Finessed with style there, keeping the game alive. They don't want to give it away. Great momentum when you win that first game, and you can tell, you can almost
10-7-2.
feel the energy is palpable here. In,
out.
well within, so does count. Serve broken.
So, Danny.
Casey.
7-10-1. Second server. Seven, 10-2.
Emilia Schmidt with the serve now.
Point.
Probably the first time I've seen Emilia this ecstatic can see what
Eight,
one
10,
point
2.
can do to an athlete. Change their body language completely.
Side out. Ten, 8, 1.
Emilia right back to Danni, back to Emilia and Danni playing this game, and now the boys come in. Ooh, tried Sarthak's favorite, ATP.
11-8.
Didn't happen though.
Townsend and Wall. 2 minutes. Timeout. Change ends.
Well, that brings the first game to a close. This is the first semi-final of the mixed doubles. Indeed, my favorite, Chinmay. I love it when that connects. That was super close. And now, are we going to see the first semi-final go to 3? We've not seen a lot of deciders today. Similar story to what we saw in the women's singles quarterfinals. Back-to-back straight games. We wanted a thriller that goes to the third. Are we going to see this in this first semi-final of the mixed doubles? You can see a lot of talk with Caitlin Kerr. Emilia and Caitlin, good friends. And look who is in the building. The reason we're all here, the reason we see the PWR DUPR India Masters shine the way it is, shining really bright, because of the man on your screen, Mr. Winnie Jain, Managing Director of the Times Group, gets the best seat in the house to witness some fantastic action. We were speaking of Caitlin Kerr, and she does embrace Mr. Jain there. Had some words for Emilia and her partner Casey. Will it help? Will it help them come back into this? That's the big question. Mr. Aditya Khanna sitting alongside Mr. Winnie Jain, Mr. Ashish Khanna joining as well, the founders of the Pickleball World Rankings.
Time in.
She's
0,
ready.
0, 2.
Emilia to Danni.
Yeah.
1, 0, 2.
Chinmay, putting you on the spot, seeing this going to a third, or it's all over in 2?
I love being in the spot, and I think it's done in this one. I don't see it going to the third, but again, we've seen when it comes to predictions with me, either I'm spot on or I'm so far away that the line is a dot.
Now, come on!
Point.
Sometimes it's almost adorable to see players begging the referee, no, it was out, it was in. But Byron there standing his ground, believes what he believes and sticks by it.
So we have a review. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Difficult to tell from that close angle focusing on the kitchen, but the call is for the baseline from what I understand. Has that bounced in or on that baseline, or is it out of bounds?
I can't tell from that view.
Byron says he can't tell from that view. We need a long shot, something that shows us the baseline.
Yes, that could be movement.
As you
from the
can
body.
see,
I don't know. I
Casey
cannot tell from that. I have to,
is
I have to
waving
have
his
a view
arms
from the
up
other
saying,
side.
God knows what, actually. We can't read lips so well from up here.
That should help us.
No.
Well long. Wow. That's clearly out. So I think it's the shirt. Has it touched the shirt while it travels out? That's what's in question, because it can't be about the out call. That's very well out. So let's see if it's clipping the shirt on the way while it travels out.
Yeah. No, that did not touch. Clear by.
Tough to tell with such angles. The
No
ball
touch.
moving at such pace, so it does look a little distorted.
After video review,
So it doesn't look like it's
the
touching
ball did
George
not
Wall
touch
there.
the shirt.
You can see a gap. So
Point.
Byron confirms it. Great use of
Byron.
technology here. Helps us
1-1-1.
make that decision. 1-1-1, says the chief referee.
Fantastic,
Server.
fantastic stuff there. You can see what it means to Emilia Schmidt. Generally so quiet on and off the pitch, off the
1-1-2.
court rather, and she is excited. She's pumped. Nobody wants to come this far in the tournament and let it all go. And unfortunately for Emilia there,
Point.
not good enough. The ball came onto her too quickly, had no time to react. Evasive maneuvers, and the ball was gone. So the ball back to the
2-1-2.
Aussies here. George.
Side out.
Losing her balance there, Danni Townsend. You can see this was the moment. She just
1-2-1.
couldn't get that footwork as well as she would have liked. So important at the kitchen line to have
Second server.
your footwork going, working in sync with your body. The feet, the
1-2-2.
quads, the calves, muscles in your lower body. Major role to play in this sport. It may look easy, but certainly you're doing a lot of squats there in a joyful way, in a way that you wouldn't really feel it on your
Side
quads.
out.
But yes, certainly that quadricep muscle is being worked.
Which is why you
2-1-1.
see all of these players with tremendous leg power. A lot of the energy coming from the glutes, the lower back as well. Of course, just like any human being who has to run around, your calves need to be strong. So it's just a lot of leg work. And then let's not even get to the upper body. And then your mind. So looks easy, but believe me when I say it's not.
3-1-1. Point. Timeout, receiving team, 4-1-1.
Time out there.
1 minute.
Maybe that's what's required to change the momentum, because at this stage it looks like my prediction is coming true. The Aussies running away with this one as well. Doesn't look like it's going to go to a game 3. One can only hope and pray. Beautiful trophies there, as we mentioned before. Good sized, and I've always been a fan of big trophies, very much like the Champions League over the FIFA World Cup, because it feels like you're lifting something. And then of course the World Cup that India lifted this time, there we were enjoying Rohit Sharma's dance before he lifted the World Cup rather than the World Cup itself. But again, if you ask me, Sarthak, what do you prefer? The big giant trophies or the cute subtle ones?
Definitely the huge, massive size trophies. They leave an impact, don't they? And you speak of the dance, we certainly have seen a lot of dance
15
moves on the
seconds.
pickleball court here in New Delhi. And we might see a lot of dance
Receiving team
tomorrow
on timeout,
as
serving
it's
team
Championship
timeout.
Sunday.
Time in.
Maybe the Ric Flair-like dance
1-1.
move that Rohit Sharma showed us. Or some other popular dance moves coming your way tomorrow.
When you take Ric Flair's name, you have to do the woo every time. And Sarthak acknowledges
4-1-2.
a big WWE man himself. He'd know what I'm talking about.
That's the only time you can step into the kitchen hits the net tape. You want to get to the ball, but other than that, they're all running out of it. Take a look at that. That's allowed. That's legal because it hits the net tape, so within the rules. Wow. Incredible. Again, allowed to step in. Make sure you're keeping that within the rules of the game. So mindful at every moment. Each of these athletes cannot dodge anything because the eyes of Mr. Byron Fresso like a hawk. Such a crisp backhand volley, so exquisite, and then that smash. Well done, George Wall. Missing that one completely. Not too long ago on that very court, George's partner, Danni Townsend, said he's an old man. Doesn't look like one, doesn't play like one. Full of energy, full of exuberance. They just have so much fun on court, both these Aussies. Something in question now.
No, I cannot. Okay. There's a challenge on the out call with the score of 4-1.
So there's a challenge on the out call. Now let's take a look. Instantly, both Danni and George signaling out to the man on your screen.
Sarthak, do you think it was a little more desperation than we'll find out soon enough?
Quite possible. Quite possible. We've seen the timeouts. This could be a strategic approach as well because maybe disrupt rhythm, just break the flow. We don't know. Let's see now what this truly is. Ooh, it's pretty close. It's so close.
Okay.
Byron, if you focus on the chief referee, he signaled in. He says it's in after seeing that, and we see it clipping the line there. So the palm, Byron's palm pointing down.
Therefore, the score is 5-1.
That's an indication that the ball was in.
5. 1-2. Yeah. Yeah, you are the correct serve. No, he is the correct serve. Sorry. My apologies. 5-1-2. It's correct serve.
Even the mighty allowed to make some mistakes, but quickly
5-1-2.
recovering from that there, Byron.
Side out.
Let's take a look at this. You can see how difficult that backhand smash is. It's
1-5-1.
not your favorite shot because you want to execute it from behind. The body weight transfer, not easy.
Second server. 1-5-2.
She loves the ATPs, attempts one, Emilia Schmidt. And even though it didn't land in, it didn't have to because it was intercepted, but sent out. So it does the work, it does the job.
2-5-2.
on, Danny.
Side out.
Come on, good movement. Go.
5-2-1.
Back-to-back ATPs being attempted by the Aussie. Oh, wow.
Certainly got Sarthak excited. Said about 10-15 minutes ago he loves his ATPs. And the gods of pickleball being kind on him as we see. The kids having the time of their lives. There's nothing better in sports to see kids enjoying. I've said it all day today, they are the future. And the fact that they are genuinely enjoying their snacks and the game says a lot about them.
6-2-2.
That roar from Danni when she couldn't get the timing she would have liked, but a parallel roar from young Emilia, the teenager, sends out a statement.
Second server.
Day full of roars today, a game full of roars, a match full of roars.
Come on, let's go, lock it.
But it's going to take more than roaring to stop the Aussies right here, as it's just 2-6. Is it too much too late? I still don't think so, but my prediction, I feel, will be true, where I don't see this going to game number 3. Sarthak, a little more skeptical. He wants the game to continue.
A semi-final.
3-6-2.
Truly is worthy of a 3. All 4 of them such good athletes. 3 Australians, 1 American on this center court. Whoa.
Point.
Look how much that means to Emilia and Casey. It's getting closer.
4-6-2.
Wow, what reflexes there from the American Casey Diamond. He's got the serve, 2 points to level this.
Side out.
Big difference between the heated game yesterday and today is the excitement not going to the other side of the court, team members enjoying amongst themselves, but they are still yelling, screaming and shouting. So it is game on. It truly is. With the difference of 2, can they bring it down and take it to the 3rd game?
Second server. Yeah. 6-4-2. Side out.
We can hear Emilia right here in the comm box, which is 2 floors above the action. So clearly, never seen her this excitable.
4-6-1.
Really is game on.
Wow, how close did Emilia get to hitting that one? A little bit of miscommunication between Casey and her. You can take a look at this now. How Emilia charges for that. Almost ran into Casey Diamond. The confusion causes the error.
Point.
6-5 or 5-6 rather.
5-6-2. Point. 6-6-2. Point. Timeout, receiving team. Score 7-6-2, 1 minute. receiving team and serving team, you have 1 timeout apiece. Time in 7:62.
Right down the middle, solving the riddle. Danni Townsend. Take a look at this one. She finds the gap, and that was hit with some venom.
6-7-1.
Also working the crowd very well today is Danni. Keeps looking at those kids, asking them for their support, and boy, are they giving it to her. Ooh, there, Cassie. Too much. Not very happy with himself. 7 apiece. 7 apiece, remember. The
7-7-1.
Aussies have that advantage of an extra game that they've won, which means Schmidt and Diamond need to give a golden performance.
Casey Diamond, the American,
Timeout receiving team.
couldn't get the
6-1,
timing.
1
Look at
minute.
that, the one that is coming between the legs. He had a look at that one, so close to it. It looks so good. We were talking about the trick shots, the fancy ones. The tweener has to be up there if executed correctly.
I don't think I can do it even with the mic. See, it's stuck. Too stiff. These guys definitely more talented by far than I am.
But we've seen quite a few ATPs connect. The Ernies have worked beautifully. Some scorpions, one scorpion in fact. How good was that? The Ernie is the one where you jump out from the kitchen area, go out of the court and execute it beautifully. It's just such a beautiful sport to play as well as watch. And we have the best seats in the house, 2 floors up. Isn't it beautiful?
I still think the word bichu shot would sound a lot cooler than a scorpion.
No, definitely no. Scorpion sounds perfect. And the men of the hour on your screen, Mr. Pranav Kohli to
15
the left,
seconds.
Mr. Vinny Jain to the right, the CEO
Receiving
of the
team, you have
Pickleball
0
World Rankings,
timeouts remaining.
Pickleball World
Serving team,
Series,
you have 1.
Mr. Kohli,
Time in 8:71.
Managing Director of the Times Group. The reason we are all here, Mr. Vinny Jain, watching closely. Here we go.
Second server.
Yeah.
8-7-2.
Long reach, attempts that one, but just couldn't get the paddle connect to that ball. Again, Danni Townsend. Oh, again, something similar.
Side out.
She's disappointed. The reaction really summing it up. She's getting to the ball. Look at that.
7-8-1.
The return on the first time. Just the second one missing.
Second server.
Ooh, don't see that too often. Messing up with the serve out of bounds, so clearly not happy with himself there. Casey.
Point.
I had no reply there. Unfortunately, Danni bearing the full brunt of Cassie's shot there.
8-8-2.
Emilia with the serve.
Point.
Two points
9-8-2.
away, Emilia and Casey from pushing this to a decider. Just Just feel she got everything right, everything going away in that one. 19-year-old Emilia. But that's how much you have to send back. That's how much it takes to win 1 point. Fight that the Aussies on the other side are showing. Oh wow! What a beautiful shot that is. A statement from Mr. Wall. Standing there and delivering in style.
Truly behaving like he is the real George of the jungle there. Stamping authority. George 1, Townsend 0 is what I would say. Only thing missing is him swinging off a tree. But I'm sure if he wins the final come Sunday, he'll be doing that as well. Good energy in the game. You can see the kids clapping around. They are cheering. They're getting into the game. And that's only because of the energy brought out by these tremendous athletes fighting for a place in that coveted final tomorrow.
Yeah, from Emilia, and it's a critical juncture. It's a matter of 1 point. You could see the Aussie step into that final. Football called by Mr. Presso. Mr. Wall not too happy with that. Go straight to the chief referee. Oh yes, you can see him step into that kitchen area and thanking the stars. Casey Diamond, what a stage to win a point, saving a match point. Now it's on his serve. He can level it and possibly take it to a decider. Wow! The counter-attacking abilities shown by young Emilia remarkable, but it's George Wall who says that's not coming back. Listen to the roar. The kids loving it. Crowd joining it here in New Delhi. Another match point, but fortune not going their way this time. You have to applaud the Aussie. The Aussie pairing of Danni Townsend and George Wall are through to the final. Hard fought 2 games. You almost saw the third begin there, but getting the job done with some tremendous fortitude.
Well, that is the beauty of sport. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. I promise you, the scorecard behind me does not reflect the effort put in. We could see from the com box how much the kids there have enjoyed this game. Emilia, start with you. Unfortunate. I don't think I've ever heard you scream so loudly. You were in the game. Do you think just a little short, or just one of those days where it wasn't working?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those days it wasn't working. Like, Casey and I played really, really well the whole day, and it's just a shame. Like, had a really long break, and I think we just came out really flat. But yeah, nevertheless, still fun to play. But yeah, just wasn't working.
I really think, I don't know what happens after this, but you deserve some ginger tea for that throat, because I've never seen you so ecstatic. Love that. They loved it. Mate, where did you think it went wrong? Because, like she said, you think you were a little slow right off the start, or through the game it sort of went down?
Yeah, I think we came out a little bit flat. Like she said, we had a little bit longer break than they did, which is just sports. But yeah, Emilia played great. Missed a few balls at the end there I should make, but that's sports.
Unfortunate, guys. And now to the winning team. First of all, guys, you guys come here, dominate. It's crazy. What's your secret, mate?
I don't think we have one. Danni and I actually got really sick the other night with Deli Belly, and we were at a low point about 9 a.m. yesterday, and I said to Danni, like, it literally cannot get worse. Like, tomorrow we're going to get out there and we're going to play some ball, and anything here is just free money for us, the way we felt yesterday. So fantastic to be out here, and congratulations to these guys on a great match and a great tournament. Hell of a battle, and it was a real fun one.
And I saw you sneakily walking the crowd. You're quickly becoming the crowd favorite here. Does that make a difference to you when you have people chanting for you and going crazy?
It definitely does. Either way, if they're chanting against me or with me, I just enjoy a crowd. Like, I've played in front of crowds like a lot of my life playing table tennis, and I just really want to bring it into pickleball, and I love that atmosphere. And I love a bit of chirp on court. All respect to them. It was a great game, and I had a lot of fun.
And I know it's been a fantastic game. I'll let you guys get with it. Congratulations. Unfortunate to be continued. Cheers.